Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Cory Sanden, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Cory Sanden.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup, man. Do we have a great show for you today? Pete Gray out of the studio, out enjoying some trout fishing in Montana. Maybe we'll hear a little report from him today, and if not, we'll certainly get the wrap-up report next week. But, man, Cory and I are back in the studio having a great time, and we have one of our most favorite guests. We have the man, Bob Hoose, is joining us today from Costa Del Mar. We're going to be talking all kinds of shades, all kinds of fishing, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, tuna fishing. And if you made it through yesterday, you know the summer is here. Maybe it might not be official, but boy, it was summertime conditions yesterday, and there were some biting fish to go with it. We got a great show. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. This is Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
The best just got better. Shimano is proud to introduce the all-new Talica 20A and 25A reels. The Talica series is Shimano's flagship two-speed lever drag reel. It sits at the very pinnacle of the offshore world. The Shimano's Talica success is driven by its durability and spec attributes, allowing the series to differentiate from other lever drag reels within the market. The Talica is built around a cold-forged machined aluminum one-piece frame. The all-new Talica 20A and 25A now boasts Infinity Drive. Infinity Drive employs two drag washers housed in the side of the reel, allowing for an ultra-smooth, powerful drag system, while at the same time increasing winding power under a load as much as 40%. There's also a new lower low gear. If your utmost concern is performance without compromise, Talica 20A and 25A are the reels for you. Available now at your local Shimano dealer. Take a closer look at the Ford F-150. You'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job. The 2025 Ford F-150, whether it's gas, hybrid, or all-electric, to meet your needs. From California's best-selling truck brand, it's time to see Ford in a new light. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealer today to see the great selection across the full truck lineup.
The CCA California San Diego chapter is hosting their Apps and Tap celebration at Marina Village Saturday, May 17th from 4 to 8 p.m. Join CCA for an evening of great food and drinks, live music, raffle prizes, and a special Beacon Award presentation to honor Let's Talk Hookup host Pete Gray. Tickets can be purchased at www.ccacalifornia.org with a limited number of reserved seating available. We'll see you there.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and stoked to be in the studio. And I think we should start off with Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, right?
Good call.
Yeah,
Big
right?
Happy Mother's Day to Dallas and my moms and mother-in-laws. That's a good call, Cory, no doubt.
Yeah, but stoked to be in studio, man.
Yeah, we missed you yesterday. Had a great show with Captain Ryan Boston from the San Diego. Had a lot of fun talking, but you were very busy at the summer kickoff sale. And what they nailed it. Like, it really was the kickoff of summer yesterday.
Scorcher, right?
What a rad day.
Scorcher day, not only weather-wise, but dude, just a fun sale. And they had the Traeger pulled pork sandwiches going, donuts in the morning. Started with donuts and coffee, and just went to sandwiches and Salty Crew beer, and just everybody from Gamakatsu, Fishworks, AFCO, Costa.
Yeah, they were down there.
Yeah. Good morning, Bob, by the way.
MC Swimbase.
Right. Yeah. But extremely busy. And let me tell you, the darn launch ramp was so packed.
That's
man.
Great.
Like all day.
Awesome.
Just like you'd want to see it, man.
That's how it should be.
Unless you're going out.
Yeah, that's cool. What a day for displaying Costa sunglasses.
Yeah,
too, on the water. That was a Hoose day.
Yeah. Well, to start, Happy Mother's Day, all the lady anglers out there. And I think yesterday the guys were pre-fishing for their mothers today. They got to find the right area and get out there and catch a few. But,
and the big Bonito, I think that's what a lot of the guys were going out for. And it kind of local, but I think the area of them kind of slipped about 5 miles to the north or something, but they ended up finding them. But
yeah, I saw pictures from both the half day boats from the Dolphin and the New Sea. I mean, and crushing them too. It looked like a really fun fishing,
dude. Half day, 6 to 10 pound fish.
That's kind of like what I grew up with,
right?
In early 70s, my dad would take us out in the red and white, green and yellow little Yankee jig, 2 miles off of Newport, big Bonito. And
is that where you grew up, Bob? Newport area.
Yeah. But Bonito
and still reside today, man.
Bonito were like our first game fish outside the harbor.
100%.
Like once you left the harbor, you're a little grom, you're like, oh, I'm offshore, but you really weren't. But and those things rip line like no other. And we always had like light tackle, little squitters with 8-pound tests and just like
get ripped.
Oh,
and you really do. I mean, they rip. Like
it's the perfect, like you're mentioning, like Grom style or half day
style. For
a half day angler to go get that kind of fish, top notch.
If one of those things got to be 50 pounds, you'd never stop them.
Absolutely.
So tough.
I mean, if you're listening and that's something you want to take a junior or
the best,
right?
Yeah,
I mean, to purchase a half day ticket during the week coming up and
junior, nothing, man. I want to go. That sounds good to me.
Yeah. And I tell people, bring ice, a bucket, bleed them, throw them head first in the bucket.
Important.
Yeah. Bleed them right away. Take a couple, get them on ice, and then when they're nice and firm and cold, fillet them, cut the red out, and then we make pokey.
Oh,
and I'm telling you, it is right up there with bluefin, yellowfin, albacore.
There's actually
delicious.
Bob, I know a handful of Japanese anglers, and that Bonito, like their parents, like old school, their parents, the Bonito is more sought after than the bluefin.
I'm telling you, it's a sweet, mild flavor.
Yeah, so good.
But 100%, you gotta ice it down. You gotta bleed it.
You gotta take care of it.
You gotta ice. And if you do it right, you're going to have a product that's like next level.
It is.
Booker was talking about it yesterday, saying the same deal, exactly as you guys described. It's amazing. Its only flaw is that there's just no shelf life to it.
There isn't.
You described it perfect. Who's impeccably taken care of, and then like day 1 and day 2, it's sashimi and poke. And then day 3, it's bake it all the way through and make the best tuna fish sandwiches you've ever had of your life.
And then it's done.
And then that's it. By
can't freeze it.
Yeah, it just does. It doesn't freeze. It doesn't keep. It's an enjoy. So you nailed the best too, especially if you're catching 10 pounds. Take a couple of them.
Ooh,
stoked. You got a rad harvest, and then go do it again the next time.
But, and it takes that 6-pounder and above to get that fattiness like that.
So good.
Yeah. So that's, dude, you're talking 6 to 8, 10 pounders.
Yeah, so
bring it on.
So on a different subject, I got a little confession to make.
Let's hear it.
I went largemouth, smallmouth bass fishing, and I am hooked.
I would have never thought I'd hear those words. You got salt water in your veins, Hoose.
I went out to the Colorado River and with a friend of mine, and we were fishing smallmouth on the river and then largemouth in the little canals. It's next level,
so
hooked.
Cool.
Next spring, like, where's Bob? The sea bass are biting. Oh, he's bass fishing. And it's a clean fishery.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy and for field testing, Costa. It's all sight fishing,
right?
And it was so much fun.
What was lens combo? Because I mean, you're like you said, you're sight fishing.
Exactly. Yeah. So I brought a bag of everything, and what I noticed was the green mirror.
Okay.
That's like
taking over.
Yeah, green mirror. It's got that copper base. And whether it was a smallmouth or a largemouth, you gotta get that jig right next to that structure or that bush, or you're looking at the fish on a point. And then we did a lot with copper silver mirror in the late afternoon, and then that sunrise silver mirror early in the morning.
That might be the most like tech advanced glass you guys have. Is sunrise silver
is a game changer. Early gray light, low light. I couldn't wear it today. It's too much light.
I always say it can't be your first pair. Like your first pair has to be a copper base, a gray base, or something like that. Gray, you can wear a lot.
Blue mirror, green mirror, but
sunrise silver mirror.
Silver mirror is like, okay, I'm going pro.
Yeah,
I'm going pro.
It gives you such an advantage in the time where it's right to wear.
I'm getting a lot of calls from the captains down here, and they're like, Bob, I'm in the wheelhouse, and when we're tuna fishing in the spring, it's gray.
Yeah.
It's May gray, June gloom. There's not a lot of light.
It might burn off. It might not burn off till noon.
Yeah, it's gray. It looks like the Pacific Northwest, and gray, blue, green is too dark.
Yeah.
And they're in the wheelhouse.
Yeah,
so it's shaded.
They need the polarization. They need to cut that glare, but you can't darken it down.
Yeah. So I've been playing with the sunrise, and they call me, this is perfect.
That's it. Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of that, but I mean, my gosh, you get in after a full day of fishing, and you're on the bow of the boat, or I was in the stern of the boat, and my friend was driving, and I got 4 rods on one side, I got 4 rods on the other, and you're fishing.
Yeah.
You're throwing that thing, the spinner bait, and when you're done, you haul the boat out, and it's washed off. There's no blood. There's no scale.
Easy.
I think we burned like 3 gallons. It was insane. I mean, I'm hooked. I mean,
Bob, there's a reason why a majority of the San Diego fleet, from Mike Lackey to Booger to Taro, all the boys, Cameron now in the Mission Belt, all of them.
I mean,
all of them.
Next
John
spring,
Collins. I mean,
April or March, April, May, Bob's bass fishing.
Right.
I'm gone. I'm going to bass fish.
I mean, I don't want to join the parade, because I'm saying, like, I'm saltwater through and through. Don't get me wrong, but next weekend, Brandon and I, World's Greatest Fisherman, we're leaving to go meet up with Bill DePriest, and we're going to fish Lake Coeur d'Alene smallmouth fishing with
cool.
CDA Sport Fishing. And we're going to spend, 3 days up there doing the exact same thing. It's just so rad.
How neat is that?
They've got such a cool fishery up there, and it's just, picturesque and beautiful. It's in Idaho, and like big smallies, and
Rick's going to the dark side,
right?
It's hard not, man. Yeah. It's hard not.
So are there muskie and pike in there too? Like, is that?
I know they have.
Walleye?
I believe they have northerns.
Yeah.
They have an unbelievable smallmouth and largemouth fishery. The largemouth fishery, fantastic there also, but it just gets overshadowed. Like a 25-pound limit of smallmouth is not a. Let's take pictures and put it on the newspaper. It's just like, okay, that's a good day of fishing.
Incredible.
5 to 7 pounders are not uncommon this year. So we're geeked, and they have like these odd, big landlocked Chinook salmon in there.
Really?
Like, just cool. Like, if you want a fun Instagram follow, it's CDA Sport Fishing for Lake Coeur d'Alene, and it's like, dude, don't do it if you've got a trip coming up in a few weeks, because I'm like geeked every time I see it. But it's really cool.
I can only imagine.
Bill DePriest and Jess put that thing together, and it is sickeningly cool. I'm so excited.
I'm excited for you. I can only imagine right now, Brandon, world's greatest fisherman.
Oh, dude, we're
getting all his gear. That guy, I mean, Rick, you and I get geeked out. Bob, you get geeked out.
Yeah.
Brandon is like triple all of us.
Such a next level.
Yeah. Right.
It's all we talk about at work.
Right.
It's very fun.
Man.
Speaking of work, it has been the best time, with our, we're Fisherman's Landing there on the water. Like, we are such a proud, whatever you call it, vendor of Costa's, man. Like, you guys changed the game for us. We've been a dealer since as long as I can remember. And like, they're like a pair of shades that sell themselves. We got a giant display that's right out the back door, and you put a pair on, you're looking at the Royal Polaris, and you see the water, and you guys are just killing it. And we're so happy.
I think, and along with that, your display, your location, the staff, the boats coming in, everyone's talking, fishing. So important to try them on.
Yeah, it's what you got to do.
Even if you know your head size, your dome size, your face, everyone's face is different. And what you think might fit, if you try to order it online, and you're just like, oh, I like how those look, I'm going to order those. You get them and they don't fit.
Yeah.
You got to try them on. I tell people, try them on. walk outside the store, look at the water, make sure, they don't,
they don't
pressure on
pinch
your temples
or too far off.
Yeah, you got to try them on, and your display. There's everything there.
Yeah. We love them, and it's no blown smoke because you're here. It's what every one of us in the tackle store wear. Every single. The kids that work for us are the most hardcore. They fish every day. And, they work at Fisherman's Landing Tackle. They get an opportunity to get everything at the right price. If they wanted a different pair of shades, they could score that too. Everybody wears Costas. One, because the performance out of the lens is right. But more importantly, exactly like you said, they make frames that fit everybody. You got a skinny face, you got a fat face, you got a, somewhere in between. Like there's different frames that have different fit, and they all just seem to be right. So you find the pair that fits you like a glove, whether it's for the, we call them, I don't know if it's the right terminology. We call them fishing frames we have on one side, which are a little bit more like wrap around, and they've got like tech things like, vented nose pieces and special ear pieces that don't get affected by sunblock. And in our other case, we have more of like the lifestyle, a little more square, a little more stylish, a little more wear off the beach, but they still have the performance fishing lenses.
Our big push this season is Rincon 2 and Broadbill 2.
Okay.
And Rincon is a lifestyle pair. It's a bestseller, very West Coast style, kind of like your Spiro XLs. And the Rincon 2 has a adjustable hinge and what I like about it is all the captains, all the deckhands put their sunglasses like you on their hat.
Yeah.
And
the dumbest thing.
The hat diameter
is wider than
is bigger than your head.
It's so true.
And these new Rincon 2, Broadbill 2, the adjustable hinge will allow it to, accommodate your hat.
So smart.
Yeah, because we were getting all these pairs back and we're like, oh my
Stretched
God,
out
what
like
happened?
crazy. Yeah,
they're all bent out, and now right here, a little adjustable hinge.
How
so
cool.
when you put them on your hat, they're gonna be snug.
And that's on the Spiro?
It's not Rincon 2, Broadbill 2.
I don't know why I never thought about it until you explained it. I've always kept them on my hat.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's wider than what you wear.
We were looking at the guys on the boats, especially.
That's so funny.
And, they go to Gaffa Fish. They put them on their hat. And after, a couple weeks, months, the arms are all bent out. And they're like, they don't fit anymore. They fall off your face. So now, adjustable hinge.
That's a good call.
Accommodate your hat, and then when you put them back on your head, they snug up. And we're like, perfect.
Oh, I'm in on that.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I'm in on that.
Yeah, and it's a lens, or it's a frame style you could wear on the beach, lifestyle, and you could also wear out on the boat.
How cool
comes
is
in
that?
all the lens colors: Broadbill 2, Rincon 2.
Okay.
That's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, I'm in for that.
And
That's
then
cool.
the ladies are really liking the Sullivan.
Yeah, that's it.
Sullivan is like a unisex pair. Guys wear it, women wear it. And at our we were at the boat show up in Newport, and it was just Sullivan. And all these Newport women were rocking Sullivan. And then these salty captains walk up, and they're like, Sullivan. What is happening?
Yeah, how did that work?
Yeah, what is so? If your wife leaves the pair on the counter, you're like, I'm good.
Yeah. That's Dallas's favorite pair too.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, they're really cool.
I
It's a good
ordered
pair of
those
shades
for you for your.
Oh.
Yeah,
I had to. Dal freaked out. Certainly isn't the right word, but when we were, we did that big family trip to Hawaii a few weeks ago. The last morning was just wildness, having both the boys, both Graham, both everybody.
All you have to say is the two boys. I understand.
Late to the airport, returning Ubers, or returning rental cars, Uber and back. Long story short, a pair of shades went missing of Dallas's, and she was so bummed. It was her favorite. And I talked to Hoose man, I need some help, fam. I need to hero up with this. Yeah, it was really good.
Nobody better to help them. Bob Hoose.
And that's the problem with Costas is, man, if you don't think you want to invest in a good pair of shades, do not try them on. There is no going to the case. Here's your scenario. Come down to Fisherman's Landing on a day like today. It's sunny. It's nice.
Perfect day.
You're the guy who's always said, I just wear gas station glasses because these are too nice and I'm afraid I'm going to lose them. Do not go try on a pair of Costas.
It'll ruin you.
You can't not have it. Yeah. There is no going back. They're the best that there is. buy them. Quit telling me you lose them at a gas station. Buy a $5 pair of croquis, and you'll never lose them again.
Yeah, look
and
at me. I got my retainers.
And you'll treat yourself to the best glasses that your eyes are more comfortable at the end of the day. You don't have headaches. You're less fatigued. They're the bomb. I mean, they're just so good.
And it doesn't matter if you're a Marlin guy or if you're an inshore calico guy through the kelp.
Or a Bob Hoose Colorado River guy.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I went dark side.
Right, but you can't live without.
Yeah.
And
glass, man.
You know, right back at you, Rick. We appreciate all the feedback and what you guys do for the brand at the store. And along with that, I like the fact that a guy that is maybe taking his kids out today, he's got a boat and he wants to chase those Bonito.
Yeah.
He's gonna walk into the store,
Yeah.
talk to the boys, and they're gonna get him set up properly. Here's what you need. Here's where you're gonna go. We're on it. You know, the fish moved 5 miles. Go right here. Troll this. Cast that. Use this. Here's some Costas. You're good.
Right.
Go get them. Flowers. Food, fishing, Mother's Day.
I like it. Well, as you can hear, we got an awesome show today. So stoked to have Hoose in studio. Always a great time. And today's going to be a fun one, Cory.
Just an enjoyable time. And you want to join us, you can enjoy the time and join us with Bob Hoose and Costa in-house. So you can join us at 833-288-0973. That's the fan hotline or the fan number there. Jeff is waiting for you right there. So 833-288-0973. You can give us a call or you can text us via the app. And as mentioned, only through the app. Make sure you do leave your name and telephone number. Bob's going to flip the prize coin at the end to see whether that's prize going to a texter or a caller. And unbelievable, man. We're giving away a pair of Costa sunglasses today. Two
pairs.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
2 pairs.
Yeah.
So one to...
So we won't do a flip.
Wow.
Yeah, one caller, one texter.
How about that?
We got 2 pairs.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
thanks, bro.
Yeah.
So we've got Reefton written here. Is that...
So I changed it up.
Okay.
After that bass fishing, freshwater
Yes.
bass.
I love it.
Yes.
I was wearing the King Tides.
Okay.
Oh, man.
And that's like next level. That's our top of the line.
It's like the
one of
flagship
those.
pair. Wow.
And then I think what you wear are the Corabina Pro
There it is.
with the new gold mirror lens.
The gold mirror.
Yeah, gold.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's got a rose base. So with those two,
Yes.
you are locked and loaded.
Man, that is so crazy. So we'll give a pair to one to the caller, one to the texter. And if you want to join us again, 833-288-0973 or text us via the app. We're going to be right back with Bob Hoose from Costa when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app, 97.3 The Fan, and YouTube and Facebook Live.
Hi, this is Captain Ray Lopez, owner-operator of the American Angler. I've spent more than half my life aboard the American Angler along with my partners Brian and Lori, developing a team that's as good as it gets. I've been fortunate to spend time in the ocean with so many fine people that I look forward to fishing with. We can't thank you enough for being part of the American Angler family, and if you haven't joined us, we love the opportunity to meet you. Text or call Lori at 619-223-5414 or check AmericanAnglerSportFishing.com.
Hey, this is Rosie with Cedros Sport Fishing. We have always been the leader with all-inclusive fishing trips to Cedros Island. We now have 2 lodges to choose from and both sit on the cliff's edge with relaxing ocean views and gorgeous morning sunrises. With direct flights departing to the CBX in San Diego, we are committed to providing first-class service to our guests and an unforgettable fishing experience. Come check out the yellowtail and calico bass capital in the world. Nobody does it better than Cedros Sport Fishing. Call me at 619-772-7570 or check us out at cedrosportfishing.com. Book soon. Trips are going fast.
Inside information is everything when it comes to catching fish in Southern California. You need a code group to connect with what's happening on the water. Fishdope.com is your code group. Inside information available at your fingertips 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Fishdope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. Fishdope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane, along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. They become your code group. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Catine, 365 days a year. Fishdope.com has online planning tools, temperature and chlorophyll charts, hot bite icons, and more. Take it from me, if you don't have Fishdope.com, you're not part of the in-the-know crowd. Membership is affordable and good good for an entire year. Plus, use the special code and save $30 on a new fishdope.com membership. Check it out today. Fishdope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
For your next fishing adventure, check Point Loma Sport Fishing. They offer half-day and full-day trips daily, perfect for families and the novice or seasoned fishermen. Point Loma Sport Fishing also offers overnight to multi-day trips, targeting the best of seasonal catches. Visit PointLomaSportFishing.com, where you can purchase tickets online and get more information on the trips available, or call 619-223-1627. Want to go fishing? Point Loma Sport Fishing has you covered.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. And just what a beautiful day, Mother's Day, just sun shining, Bob's in the house, Costa sunglasses,
Fisher bike.
giving us the vision.
It's warm out.
Dude.
I'm
Right?
so
And we're giving away 2 pairs of sunglasses,
Yeah,
Costas
that's very
today.
generous.
A
It is,
pair,
thank you.
a pair of Corbina and a pair of King
Corbina
Tide.
Pro and King Tide. They're going to be set.
Who's
Dude.
we hear it a lot here, and I think we try to do a good job explaining, but you do such a better job. Explain the difference between the Pro series, like, because I grew up with Corbina being one of the most popular pairs. It's perfect. It's not too big.
Right.
It's got some wrap, but it's not crazy. It's just a really good pair that seems to fit kind of everybody. And then Corbina Pro came out. What's the difference between the two?
What the way to explain it best is the original. Before we went pro,
Mhm.
Reefton Pro, Tuna Alley, Fantail,
Blackfin.
Blackfin. So we were having a lot of problems with the rubber, heat, salt, sunscreen peeling off the arm of the sunglass. It
Like
was
like
glued on.
delaminating.
So like you
Just
have your
peeling off.
Yeah.
you have your
You know?
sunglass arm, but then there was this very comfortable molded rubber so that it was more comfy on
Right,
your head.
and it was glued on.
but that was
And the 3M glue we were using, we could never get it right where it would last years
forever.
against all the elements. So when we took when the new Pro Series, we injected molded the rubber into the frame. So there's
so it's
no
all like one
glue.
piece.
It's not going to come
didn't
off.
know that.
And then I don't have a pair, but on the Pro Series, you have an adjustable nose guard.
Yeah.
So along with the fit on your temples, you can on the Pro Series, you can adjust the nose guard to fit firmly on your nose. Especially important with Asian faces because noses are fatter, so you can bend the nose guard out and make it fit on your face. And then there's air vents right here that allows to prevent fogging. So the Pro Series, you get all the upgrades.
It's a step up.
You did like what
You get all the upgrades.
we always joke with Shimano, like, well, how are you going to improve a Trinidad? How are you going to improve a Talica? They take their best product and they find a way to make it even better. That's like the Pro Series.
Yeah, and there's also, especially on hot days, there's sweat channels on the arms. So, a little bit of sweat will beat off your head onto the sunglass, and they have sweat channels. And it rolls the sweat down out of your face. You got ventilation. You got the new injected molded into the arms. You got your Pro.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's
Pro.
It's no longer a pair of inferior shades just doesn't cut it. Like you deserve to get to have those. They're the pros.
Yeah, if you keep good care of them, they're gonna last.
The other thing,
several seasons.
Other thing that I was so impressed with, they did all that. They made all these advancements. They did all the things. It was no more money. You know what I mean? Like the cost. It's just like you just made a better
Just
pair of shades.
fine. We have a product development team at Foothill Ranch here in California, and we are constantly sending them, updates and feedback from the water. Hey, the nose guard, we got to make it so it fits on different noses. The rubber's coming off on the originals, like. We need ventilation, and they go to work. They look at it and they go, okay, let's make ventilation here. Let's injection mold it. Let's make a sweat channel. And that's it's just like any other company that's innovating. You just throw all those ideas, send to product development, and boom,
They kick it back out.
They kick it out Pro Series.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
And they're targeting anglers. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing. They're not.
You're right about that.
And
They're not going to the beach lifestyle.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good for that.
Yeah, so they're like 2 years ahead of us right now. So the stuff that's coming out now is like they've been working
From
on
2
for
years?
years.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so it's constantly evolving to make a better sunglass.
That's
How cool is that?
Dig it.
Yeah.
Well, the phones are absolutely
They
packed
are.
up. The texts as well, Cory. Let's jump right back into them, or jump into them.
Yeah, right. Let's start off with Chuck. Chuck calling from Dana Point. Good morning, Chuck.
Morning, Chuck.
Hey guys, remember when we were younger, those Bonito used to swim in the harbors, man. So I learned the trick. People don't even know it's not yellowfin. I smoke it with a hot teriyaki, and then brown it on both sides, and then a layer of brown sugar, like they used to do all the salmon from up north. But people don't even know the difference. But I tried on that gold lens. Man, what a game changer. And if you don't have a good pair of sunglasses, by the end of the day, you're so fatigued that you don't even realize what they do. You got to have a good pair.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of bass fishermen that are moving over to that gold mirror. It's like the green mirror. It's got a rose base. The colors pop. Great for sight fishing, and we're seeing like inshore, offshore guys are all kind of going, "Hey, I need a second pair. I've got gray, blue, green," and they're going with gold and very fun for sight fishing.
Great glasses, dude.
That's cool.
Thanks, bud.
Chuck, good call, man. Appreciate it very much. I'm glad you're stoked on the shades. Had a fun text come through. It says, "Good morning, guys. Hey, Bob, I really enjoy your Costa product. Is there a lens color that you would recommend for me when using binoculars and switching back and forth, opting from sunglasses to binos? Thanks. Looking forward to hearing your response." It's from Matt.
So I get that question often, especially from the sport boat captains that are in the gyros most of the day. And what they tell me, because the gyros have, there's not a lens color on the gyros, they go with a gray lens. And their eyes will see. It's a transition. It's a transition from your gyros to a gray lens. It's gonna be neutral, natural.
How about that?
Yeah. So a lot of the guys on the boats out here that we're looking at right now from the view, they tell me a gray lens in the wheelhouse going from gyros to sunglasses is what they prefer, because your eyes are going to see the same colors.
We sell more of that gray silver mirror probably than we do anything else. It's a really cool lens where it's got that silver mirror film to it, so you can't really see, from the outside looking in, you can't really see into it. Your eyes are protected.
Less glare.
But what you're looking out, what you're seeing is that neutral gray. You're seeing everything that's just a little bit more
Natural
relaxed,
colors,
and your eyes get to relax a little bit. It's a really popular pair. It's my favorite too. That's still what I like the best. I love them, man.
How about that?
Hey, well, why don't we jump back into those phones, Cory?
Let's do it. How about Robert? Robert calling from Canyon Country. Appreciate you joining us on Mother's Day, and let's talk hookup here. Thank you, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Hey guys, I just wanted to give a big shout out to Bob. I have a wide bridge nose, and like you guys are talking about, their glasses, they have something for everyone. He set me up with a pair of King Tide 8s, and they fit great. Green mirror. I do inshore and lake fishing, and they're just absolutely awesome. But Bob goes out of his way. If you need some special care like I did, he's right there for you. I don't live in San Diego, so he set me up with a shop up here, and just a great guy. Gets a hold of you right away, returns texts, returns calls, just a great guy and a really, really nice person.
Nice job.
Appreciate that.
Nice job.
Wow.
Do you pay this guy to call?
I guess.
I hope the boss is listening.
I appreciate that, and just live my life in this industry that way. And that's how I was treated growing up. Fishing, and the brands that I liked, I got that same treatment. I just kind of based my career on, I want to be like those guys. Absolutely. So you pay it forward.
Yeah.
And you treat people.
You made it.
Yeah, you treat people with respect and help them out, and it comes full circle.
Those of us that know you, Bob, Rick, and myself in the industry know exactly that. What Robert from Canyon Country said is exactly. It's exactly who you are.
Everyone helped me out growing up, and it's like they give you the baton, and you're like, okay, it's time to do my part. But
unless the marlin are biting really good, or the sea bass are biting really good,
or the
there's
largemouth,
or there's a hot swordfish bite going on that's not talking about. Aside from those very few, it's nobody more on.
Yeah,
and you can trade that for a hot, marlin dope report. So it's it's still worth it.
Yeah, no, the marlin around, I'm not going to get back to you. Everything else, I'll have a self-service.
Obviously, I say that in kidding, but that's the thing that we love about you. You don't just take such good care of it, as you walk the walk as well as talking the talk.
Yeah, it's just. It's a feel-good industry. We work in an industry, fortunately, like we love what we do. Going to work is like, it's fun.
Yeah,
and if you take care of people and customers and help people out, it just seems to come back in spades.
Yeah,
it's so true.
Yeah, that's life. Do the right thing, and it just works.
It all happens right.
Yeah.
It's so the reason Costa stays on top. We'll jump back into him, Cory.
Let's do it, Rick. How about Mike? Mike calling from Rosemead. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, good morning. I was just listening to the show, and I have 2 pairs already of the Costas, but I have this very bad habit. I always like to slip them up on my forehead and then look at the surroundings, and then I can't see things with my visual eye anymore until I put my sunglasses back over my eyes. And the vibrance and the brilliant colors and definition just it exposes everything that I couldn't see with the naked eye. It's just, they're very, very incredible glasses. But I got something for you. To the fly fishing purists, I think the glare to anything, like on their little forceps, they were always anodized to a flat, matte finish. Do they actually make a lens that's a lens like that's flat, that doesn't reflect the sun?
Yeah, that is a fly fishing purist question. But the only thing I see, and I go up to the Eastern Sierras and work with all the fly fishing guides up there. And what I hear and see up there is they wear 2 pairs. They have the sunrise silver mirror for early morning, and that's a mirrored lens. And apparently, the trout up there are not affected by it, but that is an excellent low light sight fishing lens. And then when the sun comes out, I would say it's probably 90% of the guides are wearing green mirror.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's
sure what I seem to see the most.
They have their Costa kit, and they have 2 pairs. They have a green, and it's a wrap like a blackfin or a fantail corabina, cuts out all the light, and then the green mirror, and then they'll have for early in the morning, late in the day, sunrise silver mirror.
You see gold wedging its way in there more?
Yeah, we've seeded it up there, and the guys are starting to call. And as far as light contrast, or what the light gets through the lens, it's 1 level below green mirror.
Right.
So if you have sunrise silver at the bottom, green mirror right here, gold is right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I've never tried is that sunrise mirror. I mean, I've heard you talk about it for a couple of years, but I've never never tried it like in the kelp sight fishing, like early. It would probably be
like, the way I describe it is like you're going out on the half day boat and you got your calico stick and a spot of yellowtail shows up.
Yeah.
The sunrise silver mirror is your jig stick. that you bring on the boat.
Right.
And you're going to use it occasionally, not every day, but it's like a jig stick. You're like, oh, there's a spot of yellowtail. Grab my jig stick.
And like Mike from Rosemead mentioned, and by the way, thank you for the call, Mike. But he mentioned it enhances his vision. It allows him to see things he couldn't see with the naked eye.
So when we go back into the May gray, hopefully not, or the June gloom, sunrise silver mirror in the morning, even all day.
Yeah.
And offshore trip when it's overcast, you're gonna love it.
I hate keep going back to tap water stories because I don't want to be labeled as such. But again, where I fell in love with that was in Mammoth. We got really into going up to Mammoth and fishing, and our favorite thing, Dallas and I, is we like fishing like pretty small creeks, like moving water creeks, but they're all like big trees, big shade, overgrown, early in the morning. It gets dark. Like you can't wear your gray lenses there. It makes everything too dark. But you pop those things on and it's like you turn the lights on in the water.
You need that light
and it's all sight fishing. You're looking for the fish in the cut bank, or you're looking for the fish, or you're looking to see where your fly is in position. And like
gray is too dark. You
almost couldn't do it without them. And then you put those on. It's like, oh, well, there's everything. Like, here's the layout.
Crazy. It's
a tool.
You're right. Am I reading it right? Like the first hour or two?
Exactly.
But it could be the last hour or two, right? But it could be middle of the day on a super overcast.
Also,
you got it, bro.
Okay.
If your certain eye colors are less affected by the brightness, I've noticed a lot of guys are like, hey, I'm not affected by the bright sunlight. I can wear sunrise silver mirror all day.
Yeah.
And I have light eyes and I'm blinded.
Yeah.
So I'll rock the sunrise silver mirror when it's overcast, low light. Once the sun comes out, I'm going to go to gold, green, blue, gray silver mirror, something like that.
I feel like I'm kind of been missing out on a bite here, man.
I like it.
Hey, we're going to be right back. We're listening to Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app. We're going to have more with Bob Hoose with Costa when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app. 97.3 The Fan, YouTube, and Facebook Live.
Have you been looking for a live bait hook that keeps live bait alive? Look no further than Japan's leading fish hook, Gamakatsu. It's the little things that make the difference, and Gamakatsu hooks drive the point home. With an absolute perfect bend and ideal barbs, your bait swims harder and longer. And when you get bit, Gamakatsu hooks bite back with a vengeance. All hooks are not the same. Go with Gamakatsu for infinite success. Gamakatsu, simply the best. Check gamakatsu.com.
The state-of-the-art long-range sport fishing vessel, the Independence, delivers the top quality, comfort, and fishability you look for in a long-range boat. Veteran captains Mark Bizzano and Paul Strasser built this incredible 112-foot vessel with the most modern technology and luxurious comfort available. Once you go on the Independence, you'll be back. Call Independence Sports Fishing at 619-226-6006 or check independencesportfishing.com. A top fleet and superb fishing is what Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, it's no wonder Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limit, El Gato Dos, Pride, Tribute Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea-Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or regular open parties, schedule check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
Whether you're going fishing, diving, or just having fun on the water, there's nothing more worth doing than messing around in boats. So let me ask you, are you ready to upgrade your ride? Boat and Motor Mart of Oakland is your exclusive Western U.S. dealer for Steiger Craft. Created for inshore and offshore waters and laid out with the serious fisherman in mind, Steiger Craft has built a solid reputation for performance and excellent rough water handling. If adventure on the water is what you live for, now's the time to invest in your passion. Call Boat and Motor Mart of Oakland at 510-437-1444. To look at the whole fleet of Steiger Craft online, go to steigercraft.com. Now's the time for a rugged, reliable, and fast Steiger Craft from Boat and Motor Mart of Oakland.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and stoked to be in the world headquarters here, man. Like overlooking the fleet, having Costa, Bob Hoose in house, and just stoked. And if you want to join us, man, the call lines are
Good
full
luck.
like they have been. But when they do loosen up,
We got plenty of
833
time.
288-0973, or you can text us via the app. And we've got the Fish Report, Brian Woolley, and sponsored by Terrafin Sea Surface Temperature Charts. Focus your fishing on the most productive areas by using Terrafin Sea Surface Temperature. They have chlorophyll, currents, and more. And with the Terrafin Mobile, you can access your charts on your phone or your mobile device. For all of this, check terrafin.com and for all the information.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got Brian Woolley standing by this morning. Woolley, we got you one too?
Woolley.
Hey, what's happening?
Morning, bro.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, Bob. What's up, man?
Woolley.
Yeah.
Good stuff in there.
No, good.
The days you leave the dock. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I watched your Instagram tackle tech, the little flukes and the church shots. I'm like, Brian, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, that was, keep doing what you're doing. That was great.
Right on. Thanks for that. Yeah, we've seen some improvements for sure with that bass fishing. Corey will be stoked to know the water. I'm sure you already know. 60 to 63 is kind of what we have in our range here, both above our harbor and below the harbor. So fly line live baits getting bites this week. Those flukes were getting bites this week. It's just good to see, more positive steps. And that bass is, it's on the verge of getting good. So obviously we have a little bit of wind and that kind of stuff that's mixed in our weather and whatnot, but things have been looking really good. So small baits working good. Guys catching some fish on the hard jerk baits, seeing some of those bites start to happen for the guys. It's just a matter of time before, it all kind of comes together. So our half-day stuff, guys are folding in a little bit of sheephead, some whitefish, and a little bit of rockfish. So it's that fun time. 12 to 15-pound line has been probably the best bet for those guys, both on the live bait and throwing those lighter artificials. We're throwing those flukes with small little lead heads, 1/4 ounce, 3/8 ounce. So being able to, get something like that that's small and light away from the boat has been really helpful. 3/4 day, again, has continued to see great rockfish. The days with the bigger passenger loads, we've been fishing down there off Fox Canyon, North County there off Camp Pendleton on the Anchor. It's been plenty good on the Bocaccios, the reds, whitefish, sculpin, that kind of stuff. And then on the lighter passenger load days with like 15 to 20 guys, we've been able to get out onto the 14. It's been excellent out there still. Big bag fillers have been the Bocaccio, the bank rockfish, and the chilies. Guys on the jigs doing great. Live bait, we just took a nice load of anchovy this week. So you can imagine a couple anchovies on a dropper loop hook down there. It's been biting well. And then the Fury over at Clemente, Marcus has had great rock cod fishing over there. Out in the deeper water, they had a couple nice halibut on the Anchor yesterday morning, and then kind of just mixing in a little bit of bass, sheephead, whitefish. Yesterday they had to kind of duck around from the wind. Marcus did tell me he saw some good sign of yellowtail yesterday. It's just the wind kept them from really being able to get on it properly and to get baits to the fish. So stay tuned on that scene. It's windy out there today, but hopefully in the next couple days we'll see some action for him out there on some of that fish. So good signal, right signs in all the right spots. So it's just a matter of things coming together. And then finally, if I can, we have a big event coming up on Thursday here at Dana Wharf. It's our Don Hansen Day. Every year, we celebrate an anniversary, and we call it Don Hansen Day. We're having 50% off our half-day and 3/4 day trips that day. So if you want to come fishing on Thursday the 15th, make a reservation. You can fish for half price. And we're also having a big sale on half-day and 3/4 day tickets. Those will be up to 40% off. You can buy a book of 10, 5, whatever. You can kind of buy out a few trips in advance. You'll get a code as a gift certificate, and you can book with those codes. And then we'll have a little sale in the office as well, up to 25% off of some tackle, soft goods, and that kind of stuff on Thursday. So certainly worth checking that out. You can buy them online, or you can come into the shop and get that handled as well.
How cool is that, man? Don Hansen Day this Thursday, you said, right?
Thursday the 15th. Yep.
Okay. How cool is that? And you've got bass stuff coming up too this
we do, yeah. We got a bass derby coming up as well. We'll get that rolled out. And yeah, Corey, thanks for being a big part of that with us last year. And it's it's a cool opportunity for guys to get out and do some catch and release and kind of lines up. You could be in that CCA Star Tournament and potentially win something with us with the same fish.
How cool is that?
It's worth being in on that. So,
and is that a
kind of
monthly?
what we have.
Brian, I'm sorry to step on you. Is that going to be a monthly a deal that lasts several months, or how did, like last year? I remember it was kind of cool, super cool.
Yeah, last year was like a 3-month deal, and then we'll have monthly winners. It's similar to our halibut derby, just with the calico bass and the sand bass format instead of a halibut.
Well, MC Swimbaits will definitely be participating and giving away a monthly thing, and whatever level that you and Donna decide, and look forward to helping out.
That'd be awesome, man. Thank you so much for that. And also, Hoose, thanks for Costa, everything you've done for us and keeping us stoked on the water. Gosh, leaving the dock without your sunglasses, you're super bummed, and you hope to God you have a spare pair in your backpack.
Right, exactly.
It's one of those things, yeah.
Okay, well, Brian, we look forward to Don Hanson Day this Thursday, all the half day, everything you got going on, and being able to purchase tickets in advance for your half day and 3/4 day and all that stuff right there. And how do we get a hold of all that there, Brian?
Cool. Thanks for that. You can hit us on the web. It's probably the easiest at danawharf.com. You can also call our office, 949-496-5794. They'll get you the details, and you can book online from there as well.
Yeah, incredible stuff. We appreciate your report every week, and what an awesome, family-run, operated business there at Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, and just an awesome place on the coast. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you next week, Brian.
All right. Thanks for that, and happy Mother's Day to the moms out there. We'll talk to you next week, guys. See ya.
Great job, Willie. Appreciate that very much.
All right.
All right. We're gonna that's as always brought to us by our friends at surffishtackle.com, and so waiting for our Gundy Gunderson report to come rolling through. And boy, in the meantime, why don't we jump back into those phones, Cory?
Let's do it. They are full, aren't they? Man, it's how Brenton and Hidden Meadows. It's a first time caller, maybe. Brenton?
Hey guys. No, I've called before. But
okay.
I'm just rarely. I'm not here in the summertime because I fish buoy pin.
Okay.
There. Anyway, well, a couple questions about in-store warranties or online warranties you can get for your glasses. Is that something that's gettable?
So Costa is now a 2-year warranty on the frame, on the lens, all that stuff. And then if you have a pair of Costas that you need warranty or repair, just go on to costadelmar.com, scroll down to warranty repair, click that box. You'll fill out a form. It will print you a shipping label, put them in a box, send them out. They'll contact you and hopefully, get your Costas fixed.
Yeah. I got a pair that I had. I fell bass fishing Lake Hodges here a week ago and broke one of the lenses.
Oh.
And
okay,
I was having a hard time being able to log into that Luxor whatever it is .com thing. It won't take my password. I've never logged into it before, so
you want
to understand it.
You want to go on to Costa.
Pull it off either.
Yeah.
You want to go on to costadelmar.com. That's our website. Scroll down to the bottom. There's no password or anything like that. And click the box that says warranty and repair.
I think it's customer care first. And then once you've opened the customer care tab, then you'll see frequently asked questions, warranty and repair. Click on warranty and repair, and it takes you through step by step. And it's super. The only reason I know this, I just did one for a pair myself. Customer care, warranty and returns. And then as soon as you click it up, it just starts asking you questions. What frame do you have? I would recommend too, if you do, it's one of the few times it's probably better to do it on your phone than it is on your home computer, only because if you have the ability to, it likes you to upload a couple of photos. And so when you do it on your phone, you can just snap the photo right to your phone and then just upload it directly. It wants like a shot of the arm piece, or if you cracked your lens, you see that. And I mean, you literally fill out those couple tabs and questions, click print, and it prints you out the repair form, the shipping label. It's awesome.
That's good info to do it on your phone.
It just makes your life a little easier.
Yeah, they ask for the photo upload.
But that's why somebody like Benton would go to Fisherman's Landing, who has a huge display and can answer those questions, right? And I mean, who else, Bob? Like, I know the Longfin has a huge selection.
If you're a legit tackle store, even surf shop, San Diego, all the way up to.
I mean, Hogan's has them. It's like up and down, right? But
up and down.
Not everybody.
But
and I know you got to be kind of partial, right, and support everybody. But myself sitting right here, not everybody has a huge selection like Fisherman's Landing.
Yeah.
Like you, not only every frame, but they've got every lens color. I mean, you can mix and match and know exactly what you want.
And the guys have got many, many years working with Costa, you know, in their blood, and they're like, hey, you know, here's what I recommend.
But like Rick knew the exact way to do it.
You're hired.
Right. Exactly.
I'm buying Rick Dallas breakfast this way.
I like the way that Costa does everything. You know, we so warranties, Costa really likes to handle. They call it through the consumer and not through the dealer. We're the dealer. My gig at Fisherman's Landing, we like to be hands-on with everybody, and we like to help through that process. But it's one of those things that Costa wants to handle that individually with their customer. It's just easier because then it goes directly through the customer. It doesn't go through the dealer. It doesn't get lost in our shuffle. A new pair doesn't come back and accidentally get put into the case. So they prefer to do it with so I've just learned, you know, when a guy comes in, we'll just say, hey man, like I wish I could just handle all this for you. I can't, but here's the step-by-step. Let's go into the back and look at it on the computer. This is how you do it when you go home, click, click, click. And so, yeah, I'm familiar with it because I really like them. You know, they do a really good job. Customer service is like our biggest deal, and it clearly is Costa's also. So yeah, I'm a big fan. I like it.
It's good.
I need to do some repairs warranty myself because I have got so many samples. I jack these up. I'm gonna just grab another pair.
Right? Oh, hey, we're gonna have more great information when we return. More fish reports. We've got all this cool stuff coming up when we return on Let's Talk Kebab. 97.3 The Fan, YouTube and Facebook Live.
The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. Our hardworking crew will make your fishing experience one to remember. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. Fisherman's Landing is a full-service sport fishing operation offering great half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day trips on the spacious and comfortable 85-foot Liberty. With bunks for your comfort, a huge bait capacity, and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Fisherman's Landing also boasts the best captains and crews in the business, from seasoned veterans to our young future legends. All our open party trips from half-day, full, or 1 to 3 day trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Captain Jamie Tennis from Season Sport Fishing here. For the past few seasons, a dart-styled metal jig has come into play in a big way for tuna offshore or even rockfish down deep. AFCO's crossbreed jig has quickly become the go-to for many since it came onto the market. AFCO's crossbreed jig is good to go right out of the package with a 4X treble hook, heavy-duty split rings, West Coast colors, and sizes 60 gram to 120 gram. Pick one up today at your local tackle store or learn more on afco.com.
When you're offshore fishing, the right gear makes all the difference, and that includes Fujinon stabilized binoculars from Baker Marine. Baker Marine has been selling binoculars for decades, and more importantly, they service all brands right at their San Diego Shelter Island location. Need the best? The Fujinon Staboscope is the professional's choice. Looking for top-tier stabilization at a great price? The Fujinon Technostabi TSX 1440 delivers rock-steady vision even in rough waters. Perfect for serious anglers. Baker Marine is the largest Fujinon retailer on the West Coast, and when you buy from them, they will be there when your binoculars need service. Plus, they'll give you a great price on all their in-stock Fujinon binoculars. Stop by their store on Shelter Island in San Diego and test a pair of Fujinon binoculars and see which one is right for you. The fishing season is here, and you know you need a pair of stabilized binoculars. So get them from the experts at Baker Marine. Learn more at bakermarine.com.
One Rod has set the standard for serious saltwater anglers worldwide. and that's CalStar. From the rugged dependability of the West Coast series, the lightweight strength of the Graphiter, or the performance of the GG series, all CalStar rods are handmade right here in Southern California of the finest materials and craftsmanship. Check out the new CalStar models now available, as well as upgrades to the classic rods that you know and love. If you want your tackle to be state-of-the-art tools to get the job done right, it's CalStar at fine tackle dealers.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
Hey, it's Chris Ello. Nobody gets along with his radio partners like I do, even Matt Scrapey. Listen for yourself, weekdays 2 to 6 p.m. Gwen and Chris on 97.3 The Fan.
And Odyssey Sports Station. This program is sponsored and produced by Let's Talk Hookup. Opinions and offers expressed during this program are not those of Odyssey or 97.3 The Fan. Sometimes they tell some pretty hefty fish stories. We don't know if they're true or not.
And now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. This portion of the show is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Here we go. Another great hour of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. Here's Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Cory Sanden.
Welcome back. Hour number 2, Let's Talk Hookup, coming your way on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and on 97.3 The Fan. What a great day today is. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Great job, man. Really, really stoked to get to celebrate Mother's Day on a beautiful day like today. And, man, we're just having a blast talking fishing, talking beautiful Costa glasses in this great weather. And the fish are biting. Cory, today is one of those good days.
It is, Rick, and there's nothing more important than a good bite, right? Well, there is one thing, and that's Mother's Day, right? And just stoked to be in here, and fish are biting, water's starting to warm up, and it's just could there be a better time to have Bob Hoose in here, right? Costa. I mean, we're giving away 2 pair of them today. Are you kidding me? A Corbina Pro and a King Tide. Yeah. And that's going to one lucky caller or a texter. We don't need to flip the coin today, Rick.
Yeah,
how about
really
that,
cool,
man?
So
if you want to join us, lines have been full the whole time here, but there is one open line right now, and it could be yours.
It is.
833-288-0973. Jeff at the Fan, home of the Padres, waiting for you right now. Or you can text us via the app. There's a ton of text coming through. So many compliments and just people stoked on Costa.
A lot of cool stories too. A lot of story text like, hey, this pair, I was hesitant. I made the investment. I bought them, never looked back, bought another pair since. It's just a lot of accolades for Costa. You got a lot of fans out there.
I never would imagine this much excitement over Costa sunglasses.
Yeah.
It's sometimes I'm like, oh, I better have some fishing stories to talk about. And then it just goes to all sunglasses.
I remember that one of the first times you came on, I thought in my mind the same thing, like, what on earth are we going to talk for 2 hours about sunglasses?
Yeah.
It's been 100 shows since, and there's not one time where we've been able to cover everything. It's awesome. But it just goes to show it's one of the most important tools that we have.
It is.
One you often take for granted, but it's a huge one.
Hands down.
Hey, well, with that said, Cory, we stranded him on hold, and Gundy, that was sure my bad, and I hope you're still able to hang with us. We still got you there, Gundy? Yo, Gundy.
Man, the surf report. Come on, Gundy.
Well, I'm sure that's on my end. We didn't quite have the time to get him before the break, so we'll see if we can't. Maybe I can send him a text and apologize because I strung us a little bit long going into break there. But we'll look forward to catching the surf report up with Gundy here real soon.
And that's what happens. I mean, we have a hard break and we've got to get out, and you hear the music play, and that
you probably hooked a Corabina or something.
Dude,
you never know.
A striper maybe.
I would bet so.
Right? A little striped bass going on, but I do have a text, Rick.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, and it comes from John Amir Mesa. Says, hello, Bob. I've been wearing Costa with prescription lenses for years. The local San Diego shop that I've always used for ordering lenses closed down. Can you recommend a shop in San Diego for ordering prescription lenses for Costas?
Yeah, that's an easy one. It's called Sport RX.
Pete raves about that.
Yeah, Sport RX. It's right off the freeway there on, I believe it's Balboa's exit. There's a In-N-Out Burger on the corner, and then you just follow that street up, and Sport RX. You can Google it, get their address, and they have full service Costa prescription sunglasses. They'll do everything for you.
How about that?
I know Pete has talked about them, and he raved. Yeah, same thing.
If you need prescription, you're in San Diego, Sport RX is where you want to go.
That's the spot. I dig it. Well, why don't we jump back into those phones, Cory?
Let's do it. How about Darren? Darren calling from Menifee. Good morning, Darren.
What up, Darren?
Hey, good morning, guys. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you to all the wives out there that let us go fishing.
Exactly.
Bob.
Amen.
Hey, Bob, do you guys have interchangeable frames that we can swap out lenses in changing conditions? And also, thank you, Cory, for the new Grenion swim baits I picked up from you yesterday at closing time.
Oh, yeah. Super cool, Darren. Stoked seeing you, man. And everybody, a lot of listeners down there.
That was a big day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we do not have interchangeable lenses. We've worked on it for a long time, have not got it right to where we want to put our name on that, type of product, but soon coming, I would imagine. You're just going to have to go out and get a second pair. You got to get the same frame, but in a different lens color, and you'll knock that one out.
It just seems like too many moving parts, like too many.
Well, we played with it, and it's just it's complicated.
And to put out a quality product and something that Rick, myself, or yourself can drop on the table and still have functional, right?
You don't have the protection of the frame around the lens.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to, if you find a frame that fits your face, then you can start building your quiver of different lens colors, kind of like your fishing tackles. Start, first find your frame that fits, and then you can build it up depending on how you fish or where you fish or what you like, and get yourself, GoPro 2 or 3 pairs.
There it is, right? That's a good call. Definitely, Darren. Appreciate the call. We've got the report on hold, man. My favorite one, the man. Surf guru, Gundy Gunderson. Good morning, Gundy.
My bad, Gundy.
That's all right. No worries. Hey, what's up, Hoose?
Yeah, Gundy. We thought you hooked a Corabina and had to take a little break.
Or Striper.
No, it's just Rick left him out to dry forever.
Actually, I got about a 4-pound smallmouth last night on a topwater.
Oh,
you went to the dark side.
The old head and spitting image, which is I call it the baby rattle.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so loud and it draws big strikes from big smallmouth. But let's get to the saltwater. The fishing, I'd say if it croaks, it bites. And we've got a collection of croakers. We've got white sea bass in the count. We've got yellowfin, spotfin croaker, and also the bite in the lagoons and even on the beaches has improved for orange mouth and shortfin. So when conditions are right, when it warms up, we got a full moon. So we got all these new players in the game. The guys are also spotting a lot of Corbina in the surf now, so we'll start up North Santa Barbara, short and legal sea bass to 35 inches, just outside the surf line. In the surf line, halibut to 34 inches. The Lucky Craft have been working really well. Also, those white flukes, the Zoom flukes, fished either drop shot or with a dart head. Lots of barred perch. We don't have those big giant ones. I think the spawn is winding down. The better fish were around 12 inches this week. Moving to the South Bay, there was an 8-pound, 9-ounce striped bass taking their Dockweiler there.
Killing me.
Good, solid perch fishing all through the bay there, and they're also seeing Corbina and croaker, and then working down Dana Point, spotfin, yellowfin, doheny, in and around the harbor, the short jetty there, the lugworms, mussel, that kind of thing, working real well. Working all the way down the San Clemente Pier, a good croaker bite there, and then lots of short sea bass in and around. And then finally down San Diego way, croaker everywhere, spotfin, yellowfin mostly, but also those orange mouths, shortfin in Mission Bay, San Diego Bay, and the lagoons. Those things are getting active. Topwater at night is working. Some of the bites during the day on swim baits. Look for the bait. Bloodworms, small sand crabs are starting to show on the beach, so those baits are working. And then a 10-pound, 14-ounce halibut ended up winning that derby, which is a disappointing fish for San Diego standards. Usually that thing is won by a double-digit 20-pound plus fish. But, this spring we had so much red tide, you can't really say it was the right conditions. But from here on out, I would look for much better halibut fishing. And I'm hearing that there's a lot more smaller fish, and it's just a matter of time before you see those hens.
I'll take a 10-pounder out of the surf.
Yeah. And the quantity in the harbors this year too, Gundy, has been like off the charts. Some of the best I've ever seen in all the years of fishing. So I think it can only bode well for what's going forward. Whether there's just a lot of that fish is in the harbor or all that fish that's in the harbor migrates out and into the surf zone. Like I think in terms of halibut, at least down San Diego way, there's some really, really bright, on the horizon.
Yeah, I think a factor was all that there was so much squid offshore, and those halibut will move out in 100 feet of water, large and small, to feed on the squid. But once that dries up, they go into the beach where the bait's at, and I think that's what we're seeing is that transition right now.
Well, that's why we stay tuned in to Gundy Gunderson. Your reports every week, Gundy, I look forward to. They're top shelf, and it's something everybody enjoys. I don't care if you're a Marlin dude or an offshore guy of any kind. Yeah, surf fishing is always available and something fun to take. Mother's Day, take mom down and go catch a couple surf perch. How about that, Gundy?
One of my best friends is a high dids real estate guy, $1 million homes, that sort of deal, owns boats, this, that, and the other. He'd rather fish with his feet in the surf.
Yeah, there it is. Something relaxing.
It don't matter.
Yep. And we appreciate your reports every week, Gundy. And
good show, guys. I appreciate it. We'll see you next week.
You're the best, Gundy.
And as Rick mentioned, it's brought to us by surffishtackle.com for all your surf fishing needs right there. Bill Varney will help you out.
No doubt about it. Hey, I had a great text come through. It says, hey, I currently have 2 pairs of Costa glasses. One is a Blackfin Pro that's got the copper green mirror. The other is a Fantail that has blue mirror. Hoose, put your Marlin hat on. Which of the 2 do you recommend for a bright day offshore Marlin fishing? That's from DJ in San Diego.
DJ, you've got the best of both worlds. So if you're looking forward and you're not in the binoculars or gyros, I'm rocking blue mirror on my boat. If one of my guys is looking behind the boat, looking at the spread, looking at the teasers, we really like that green mirror to see a fish come up on the squid chain. So blue mirror looking forward, green mirror looking back, and possibly even that gold mirror now. But those are my 2 go-to for any offshore, condition other than, low light bluefin tuna fishing, where I'll go to sunrise silver mirror or maybe the gold mirror in a low light.
Okay.
I'm excited to try the sunrise mirror, man. I feel seriously like listening to both of you. I feel like I've been missing out. Seriously.
Especially knowing that I know you love to go surf fishing in the evening. Like we always talk about your being Gundy's report. Like that's a Cory secret that I hope I'm not letting out of the bag.
Right,
it's like last little shot in the afternoon. Cory likes to go catch his halibut in the surf zone. The last hour of the day when you have to take your other pair of shades off, now you don't have to.
It'll be those.
You can see the bait better. You can see the holes develop better. You can see your baits work better. Like they're a game changer.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah,
man.
that's cool. Well, why don't we jump back into those phones? They are packed solid for Hoose.
I know they are for sure. Let's go to Scott. Scott's been waiting there in Huntington Beach. Good morning, Scott.
Hey, Scott. Thanks for hanging in with us.
Good morning, gentlemen, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. My question is, I don't know much about Costa glasses. I mean, what sets you guys apart from, I don't want to advertise for anybody, but a Maui Jim or a Ray-Ban or something like that? What sets you apart?
So our go-to we're on the water sunglasses, and we specialize in polarized lenses. And we have a full array of lens colors for every condition. We do a lot of research on our lens. We've been doing it for 40 years. And like Rick was saying earlier, if you want a sunglass for on the water, being able to sight fish, cut the glare, see what's out there, Costa is one of the best lenses on the market, by far. And also we also take pride and we do a lot for the community. We like to, support the fishing community, the surf community, anything on the water. So if that's what you're looking for, come down to the shop. Rick and the gang will take care of you. And like we were saying earlier, you can walk out of the store and look down into the water and it's Pepsi challenge.
I'll tell you the other thing that sets you guys apart. Obviously, the lens is top quality, and there's no debating that. But there's lots of people who also make top quality lenses. The biggest thing for me is two. It's one, it's fit, and we sell other high end pairs of glasses at the tackle store. I tend to find the Costa frames fit more faces than the competition does. Like there's a greater range of like small frame, wide frame, short frame, skinny frame. So like they make more options that tend to fit people better. The other big one is the customer service after the sale. And that's huge. We don't talk about it often on here. You guys have a deal where even if it's 100% your fault, if you dropped your glasses on the ground and broke the lenses, I mean, that's not a warranty, you know what I mean? Yet they still will replace glasses like 1,000% your fault at a fraction of the cost of buying a new one because you made the investment to be part of the Costa family. Like they'll put brand new lenses in a pair for a fraction of the cost of buying a new one just because you're part of the team. That's not their fault. It's not Costa's fault that you dropped your glasses and broke them, but they do. The backside of the sale is so good with those guys.
Yeah,
that's what sets them apart.
The fit is so important.
Totally.
And I tell people, do not purchase your Costas online. If you're a first time Costa customer, go into the shop, try on a bunch of pairs, make sure they fit properly.
There it is.
That's it, man. Appreciate it very much. Hey, we have a great friend on the line. Mike Lum is joining us this morning. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning, guys. Always a pleasure listening to Bob on the show. And I just wanted to take a brief moment and make an announcement that Costa is once again a sponsor of the Spencerello Captain's Reception, which we got coming up for Tuna Wars, and that's going to be on June the 22nd. And so I wanted to thank Bob for his help with getting that done, and let everybody know that Captain's Reception is Dana Landing on June 22nd. Does not require tickets, doesn't require reservations. You just show up. It usually starts about 5 o'clock and runs for a few hours. And of course, we got the Wicked Tuna captains coming back out, and the folks from Batson are coming down. We're going to have another great event with great food, great fun, great auction, and it's all to raise money for the Captain Rollo Kids at Sea program. And thanks to Costa, we're going to have a banner event this year. I know it.
That's cool.
How cool is that?
Fun event.
Right?
That was a great time.
You need to buy raffle tickets. You would not believe the pile of Costas and everything else that gets raffled off. And like Mike was saying, it is awesome. Dana Landing outside, talking to all the boys, talking tuna, just a good vibe, super fun.
You going to do the same thing as before, Mike, with, totally free to just come and hang out with everybody. But if you wanted to participate in the food, you could, buy a little ticket that money goes to Rollo, that kind of thing. I loved that format.
Yeah, that worked out really well. And we'll continue with that. And I wanted to mention, we are going to have a raffle ticket promotion. I'm not sure exactly the details just yet. But if you come down and buy some raffle tickets, you'll be able to get a free pair of Costa right there on the spot. And so that's going to be one of the fun things for the evening. And we're looking forward to seeing as many people there as possible. It is what Bob just said. It's just a fun gathering of people, and it's a great time to come rub elbows with people from the industry. And, of course, the Wicked Tuna guys come out, and they are always so accommodating with photos and autographs and all that kind of stuff. And it's just fun hearing their stories and their insight to what was going on with their show, and then now what they're doing with their guiding services back there. It's just a fun opportunity, and it doesn't cost anything to attend. And we'll have some great raffle and auction items, of course.
Does Bill Batson have plans on showing up?
Yes, he is. He's already told me that
cool.
he will be there, and he's going to be bringing some more of those ultra custom rods, which we're going to do in the live auction. And those rods, year after year, just never cease to amaze me. The amount of artwork and talent that goes into those rods. And the Batson folks are so generous. They get their builders to build those rods on their own time, and Batson provides all the components and the blanks and all that. And it's just a pure donation to the Captain Rollo Kids at Sea program, and we just can't thank them enough for how generous they've been with us and continue to be supportive. And kudos to Batson Enterprises and all the companies that help us put this event on. By the way, speaking of events, we had a wonderful day yesterday over at Dana Landing. Dana Landing had their summer kickoff, and boy, it was crowded, and people stayed there the entire time. And the Rollo booth was busy. We raised some money. You're going to take some more kids fishing, and it was great seeing everyone there as well.
Awesome. You know, and it's crazy just thinking about it, Mike, when you're mentioning that. I mean, Steve Pinard giving his area there, not only to yesterday and raising money for CCA and for Friends of Rollo and giving back that way, but for the Tuna Wars, like you're talking about, the reception dinner is all part of Steve at Dana Landing too. I mean, just hats off to those and yourself and like Bob Hoose here and Costa and everybody that just gives in to helping the cause and look forward. Dude, I'm going to be there. Tuna War is a fun one. You said June 22nd?
June 22nd, that's a Sunday evening. And then, of course, the boats leave on Monday for the fishing. They'll leave on Monday evening and then come back on Wednesday evening for the weigh-in and determine the winners and all that. But for the public that wants to just come out and enjoy the festivities and help us raise some money and have fun, have a nice evening, that is open to the public. And like Rick said, there's no tickets, there's no reservations. You just come down and show up and enjoy the evening with us.
I love it, Mike. Great job. Can't wait. Again, June 22. We can't wait. Captain's reception at Dana Landing. Really appreciate the update, buddy.
Thank you guys very much. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that very much. Had a fun text come through. Says, good morning, guys. Wow, what a great show as always. I do have a question for Bob. I'm excited and leaving on a 15-day trip, likely to the Hurricane Bank in a couple weeks. What lens combination would you recommend? And what do you feel about polycarbonate? I love the lightweight. Thanks in advance from Kurt and Vista.
Excellent question. To start, I always tell people, if you're on a sport boat and you're not responsible for finding the fish, you can get away with a gray or a blue mirror for that kind of fishing. I would go with a blue mirror, maybe a wrap like a Reefed-In Pro or a Blackfin Pro on that trip, blue or gray. And as far as polycarbonate, I don't recommend it. Although it is light, less expensive, it scratches so easily. It's not just that lens, that polycarbonate is not meant to work on a fishing boat.
Yeah.
And so many people want to save a few bucks and they're lighter and they call me and they like, look at my lens. And well, here, give me a key real quick. Give me a car keys. So
how about
I'm sitting, something sharper. Okay. Ricky just gave me his keys.
Yeah, you can see this on the screen right now.
My Lidos, these are glass.
Come on, you're scratching them. Bob, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's
no
crazy.
scratch.
What?
Yeah.
Come on.
So
I watched that. That was not BS either.
On YouTube,
no scratch. No
he is
scratch.
literally taking a key and trying to scratch the lenses.
Nothing.
And that
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. It's glass.
I can't believe I just witnessed that.
Yeah.
Same. That was the full.
Dude, I got sweaty palms watching
That was
that.
the full infomercial, like Carney guy. Like that was a real deal. That just happened.
If I did that with polycarbonate, there would be like sawdust
Shavings.
file. Yeah.
And the beauty of it, I mean, if I can say the glass lenses that Costa puts out are lightweight enough, you don't need to worry about it.
After you wear them, you get used to the little extra weight, but polycarbonate.
But it's not.
Yeah,
It isn't.
if you're like maybe a golfer or cyclist or something that's not on a boat, I would say that would work. But just go with the glass. You saw the demo.
My thing is always like they say with polycarbonate, you need to, if you want to clean them, you need to spray them with the cleaning solution, clean them with a microfiber. All this.
Oh yeah,
that's just never going to happen. We're fishermen. You
No,
make a
grab our
cast.
shirt.
You make a cast. Spray comes off the reel. Now your lenses are full of water and salt. You know, I mean, it's literally like sanding aggregate. And then you grab your T-shirt, you smash it into it. Pair of glass lenses, your glasses are clean and ready to go. Polys, you've already killed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe what I just witnessed.
Same. That was wild.
It's ingrained in my brain.
That was wild.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, we've got the Angler's Realtor on hold. We got Yusuf Husseini with the fishdope.com report, and it's brought to us by, I know, I couldn't believe it, brought to us by Summit Gasoline at the San Diego Sports Arena. It's a place to fill up your car, truck, boat, and it has the lowest gas and diesel prices. And did you know Summit also has the lowest prices on all their snacks and ice? And it's unbelievable. They have 40 snacks for 89 cents. And now you can get burritos and sandwiches for your trip, all made fresh daily. Ice is nearly half the price of other places. Only $3.99 for 25-pound bag. I mean, it's crazy.
Good deal.
Right? $3.99 for 25 pounds.
Deal.
But here's an even better deal.
Yeah.
You purchase 35 gallons of fuel, okay? 35 gallons. I mean, everybody puts 35 gallons in their boat.
Nothing.
Well, sometimes I don't. I put 20 in the boat and 15 in the vehicle, and you get 100 pounds of free ice. 100 pounds of free ice.
Awesome.
Only at Summit Gasoline. It's right there at the San Diego Sports Arena.
You know, the other thing that's cool about those guys, they're like directly in the middle of the Mission Bay launch ramp and the San Diego Bay launch ramp. I mean, it's perfect. And Sports Arena, it's huge. Their pull through is super easy if you've got your skiff on the trailer. Like
Rick, at first daylight, there's nobody in your way.
Yeah.
It's a quarter mile out of your way. That's it.
I was going to say, Cory knows because that's what you do.
Dude, every time.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
No doubt.
San Diego Sports Arena at Summit Gasoline. Hey, Yusuf. We got the Angler's Realtor.
Good morning, guys.
Morning, bro.
How we doing?
We're doing great. Fun show this morning. Stoked we got some good weather. Sounds like there's some fish on the horizon. We're just hoping to hear a killer fishdope.com report.
Guys, so we do have some news on sea bass fishing up north. Rose a bit really good yesterday. Danny always tells me that when the boats are stacked up on top of each other, you guys aren't going to get bit. Well, yesterday they all got bit. These were 10 to 12 pound fish. People did really good up there yesterday. Down in Catalina, there is still some sea bass. The squid are drying up. So, of course, as soon as the squid go in, the sea bass decide to bite. Carnage, I think it was yesterday or Friday, one of the two, they only made 6 scoops of bait, so they're back on the dock in Santee now. So it's going to be a make your own type situation, but it's hit and miss sea bass at Cat. If you do get one, they're sluggers. They're big old sea bass. The halibut fishing still is decent around the island. San Clemente bit as well. The Thunderbird got 8 yellowtail and a bunch of bonita. Calicos woke up. They're biting really well now, as well as the rockfish. We've got bonita pretty much everywhere now, from the 9 Mile Bank up to Oceanside. It's starting to slide in towards shore as well. That should get better. These are jumbo 10+ pound fish.
Crazy.
I know.
La Jolla. I know this. We finally got another bonita year. La Jolla has been decent. Yellowtail's been pretty spotty over there. Lots more signs every day with fish showing up under the birds. The island's starting to bite as well. It's still a little bit slow, but if you get into them, they're bigger units, like 15 to 25 pounds. Sport boats have been doing decent, nothing great yet. Had a few friends out the other day on private boats, and they got some pretty decent ones. One of them got 2, the other one got 4. So it's not big numbers, but the fish are there for sure. Out to the tuna, the same deal. They're still biting good. Big volume of fish down just north of the 157. These are mainly 40 to 70 pound fish, but there is the standout fish here and there. And that's all I got for you guys today.
We'll take that, man. That's a great report.
Awesome.
Dude. Yeah, from wide open sea bass up above to big bonita here and a little bit of yellow. Tuna starting to happen. We'll take that for a May report anytime.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's starting to go, boys.
Well, with good weather and good fishing starting to go, how about the other side of things for Yosef? How's the real estate side going?
I am going absolutely nuts. It's going really good. It seems like in the last week to 2 weeks, people have really decided to start looking for houses. Our mortgage processing has gone up like 30% in the past month. For whatever reason, everybody's trying to get in the market. A lot of people in like the 1 to 2 million range, which I'm not mad about.
Right?
It's move up time. Rates are kind of getting a little on the softer side. So I think people are really thinking about moving, and if anybody needs help, I'm here.
That's it, man. Well, we preach it a lot because we believe it, and we've seen it. We've got friends that you've helped, and you just have the best reputation for just being a very regular dude that's fisherman's friendly, that won't take advantage, and is just a guy to have on your back. And if somebody's looking for that in the help with the real estate game, how do we find you, Joseph?
You can get me on my cell phone at 619-277-2169. You can also get a free home evaluation at SoCalHomeEval.com. And you can get me on social media at Cal Realty or my website at sportsmansrealty.com.
Awesome. Great job. As always, brother. Sure appreciate all the hard work, and we'll look forward to talking to you next week.
All right. Take care, guys.
Thanks, guys.
An
Appreciate it, man.
awesome report. And that was brought to us by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego, where you get your premier processing experience. You can check out their easier online system to book your processing for your long-range trips. And with more team members, Fisherman's Processing stays far ahead of the rest. More same-day capacity and the finest customer service. You can stop by their location in Old Town on Taylor Street, or check them out at fishermansprocessing.com and make your reservations today.
Hey, man, that's a great call. And
right.
Boy, getting more and more important as we roll into summertime and busy conditions. Get those reservations from the Fish Pros.
I know it.
Well, hey, it's been a very busy on the moon. Cory's been mentioning it all day. 833-288-0973 is how to reach us. Let's jump back into those phones, Cory.
Let's do it. How about Marcus? Marcus calling us this morning. Good morning, Marcus.
Hello.
It's my next door neighbor. There's only one Marcus, and he probably owns more Costas and Fisherman's Land. He knows the guy.
I do. I got like 30 pair. Every time Bob leaves his van open and goes in the house, I kind of run over and grab as many pair as I can. When he's not
know where
looking.
you live.
Marcus, what's it like living next to the king of Newport?
You know what? I wasn't really a fisherman. I was a shark guy back in the day. We'd go shark fishing all the time. But then when I move in and then this little guy comes over, he's like, come on, man, let's go fishing. And we've been fishing ever since. Salty Bob is what I call him. But we go out, Catalina. We've done so much fishing together. But all of a sudden, he meets my father-in-law, who's a big bass guy, Bruce. He's just crazy bass. But Bob had no idea.
I went to the dark side.
He goes out to his house. He went to the dark side, Bob. I want to hear about your 14-hour on the river trip.
We've been teasing Bob all morning about it. This, like I said, from a guy that's got salt water running through the veins, smallmouth and largemouth fishing is taking hold.
He's hooked. I mean, he's like, let's go back to the river.
Oh,
cool.
man. Good stuff, Marcus.
Hey, thanks for calling in, Marcus.
Right? I know. Hey,
You got it.
we got
You
some.
guys have a great day.
Yeah, you too, bro.
We got some insight there from Bob's neighbor. Oh, it's good stuff.
His father-in-law hooked me on bass fishing, and I hooked him on
saltwater.
Saltwater.
Oh,
It's
that's good
the way it
stuff,
should be
Bob.
done.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to be right back, Bob. We're listening to Bob Hoose from Costa on 97.3 The Fan, YouTube, Facebook Live, and Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey everybody, this is Captain Dwayne Diego, 4-pack charter captain, here to talk to you about Parker boats and the good folks at West Coast Marine. When it came time to start pinnacle sport fishing and get my own boat, there was only one choice. I wanted a Parker. Then there's a real good reason for it: the fishability and seaworthiness. I've been fishing on Parkers for years now, and I know the abuse they can take. Parker Marine builds a heavy-duty industrial strength boat, probably overbuilt, but that's what I need when we're out 12 hours a day, over 300 days a year, running charters. The guys at West Coast Marine built me one heck of a fishing boat. From the custom tower with steering and throttle controls to the backup bait pump system, my Parker 2520 XLD will deliver me to the fishing grounds reliably and safe. Take it from me. If you're ready for a new Parker at a fair, upfront, honest deal, you need to see West Coast Marine, located at 1555 Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa, or check them out and their inventory and information online at westcoastmarine.com.
For local or long-range fishing, we have you covered. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. Being a part of the San Diego Sport Fishing Landing gives us a distinct advantage when it comes to getting you on the latest and hottest tackle for your trip. Our expert staff knows exactly what you need for your long-range or local trip, and we will not sell you something you don't need. We carry a huge inventory of the right tackle. So visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Everyone has their go-to fishing spot. My spot is Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. Rock Cod Rick here to say if you're looking for the ultimate Alaska experience and the best value in Alaska, it's Kingfisher Charters. Owner Seth Bone and his crew consistently deliver deluxe accommodations, the finest food, world-class fish processing, and top-of-the-line fishing experience. We've literally sent hundreds of our listeners to Kingfisher, and they all can't wait to go back. Most Alaska resorts make big promises and they don't deliver, or they'll nickel and dime you to drive up the cost, but not Kingfisher. Everything is included. Your license, fish processing, super deluxe accommodations, amazing food, airport transfers, your gear. Literally all you need to bring is your layer clothing, and Kingfisher covers the rest. They also have the finest boats and charter captains in Sitka, all for the ultimate value. Take it from me, book your trip to Kingfisher Charters and you'll thank me. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com.
Turner's Outdoorsman, Southern California's #1 shooting, hunting, and fishing tackle retailer since 1971, is right in your neighborhood. Now with stores throughout Southern, Central, and Northern California. No one does it better. Turner's Outdoorsman brings you the best prices and selection, plus a knowledgeable staff that will help make your day on the water or in the field more fun. Stop by your neighborhood Turner's Outdoorsman. To find a location nearest you, check the web at turners.com and sign up for special deals and more.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. And man, if you missed the first part of this show, you got to go back to the archives, right? I mean, we're just having so much fun in studio with Bob Hoose from Costa, and you can go to the app there, and you'll be able to see all the shows from the past in the archives and listen to them. And that's why you text the show. And if you're texting the show or calling the show today, you have a chance. And I'll give you the number right here. Jeff at the Fan's waiting for you. 833-288-0973. Bob has been kind enough to bring a pair of Costas, the Corbina Pro and a King Tide.
Yes.
One for a lucky caller and one for a lucky texter. No need to flip the coin today.
That's so rad.
But do make sure you leave your name and telephone number on the text so that we can get a hold of you afterwards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Two people are going to be lucky today.
Stoked. Yeah, today's been a rad day, and I've learned a bunch about it too. And that's one thing I always love about having Hoose in here is, we've been selling Costas forever. I've been wearing them forever. I really like them. I really like the company, and I always come away with knowing more info. And one of the things you talked about earlier, Hoose, that I was really into, and I wanted to read this text again because it lent itself back to it, even though you'd kind of mentioned it before. It says, "Good morning, gentlemen. I surf fish, and I'm looking for a pair of shades that will stay on my head well." And stay on my hat when I need to put my readers on to tie knots. Can I get? Do you offer readers? Do you offer prescriptions? And then what is the best what is the best frame to stay on board my hat? And you kind of mentioned a little bit about that earlier.
Yeah, so that's like a 3-part question. We do make C-mates that have a small window down at the bottom, 1.5, 2.0, 2.5, and 3 for a small reader window. A lot of guys like it. Your eyes are going to look through the lens at fish and sight fishing, and then you go to tie a knot and your eye will go through the reader window. Those, if you just come into the shop and look at C-mates. I like them. Ricky and the boys will set you up. And then as far as your hat or your sunglasses on top of your hat, like most guys do, we came out with Rincon 2 and Broadbill 2 adjustable hinges. And that's going to allow them to stretch when you put them up on your hat. And then when you take them off your hat, put them back on your face, they're going to snap back to the original size. So that's a big upgrade, and that's Rincon 2 and Broadbill 2.
I can't wait to try those. That's me.
Every deckhand.
That is me.
Like every guy around the landings does exactly that.
Yeah, they do the same thing. And then I think a question on a good wrap frame for surf fishing, any of the Pro series, Blackfin Pro, eyewear Reefton Pro, surf fishing, Fantail Pro, Corbina Pro, Tuna Alley Pro, and they have the adjustable nose guard, and it's a good wrap, and just go with the lens for I would go for surf fishing like a green or a gray silver mirror or a green mirror or even the gold.
Blackfin Pro is like my hardcore down and
The
dirty
wrap,
on the boat
yeah.
glasses, and 90% of the time I'm a Spiro XL guy. That's what I wear most of the time, all the time.
Yeah,
Fits my dome perfect, comfy.
good
I like
seller.
What do you have on your head now?
That's
Spiro
Spiro
XL.
XLs,
Yeah.
yeah. Silver gray mirror.
Bigger dome,
That's me.
good West Coast style, good fit. One of our best sellers.
That's
and
crazy.
Of the two new ones, was Broadbill 2 the more similar in frame, or is it the Reefton? What would be
Rincon
closer-
2.
What would be closer to?
Rincon 2 and Broadbill 2 are very similar.
Okay.
They almost look like a Spiro XL, but a little more modern, like squared up frame.
Okay, cool.
And guys like it.
I'm excited
been
to
one
try
of
it.
our best sellers with adjustable hinge.
That's cool.
That's a good way to do it.
Corey, you said you had a fun text.
Yeah, it's only good because it was relating around scratching the lenses, right? I mean, which just took us all
crazy.
by,
right? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Like, please.
And if you are going to do that, like, fake it like everybody else did. Like, you could hear the tap, 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 tap. You can hear the keys on your glass. Like, that made me cringe. Don't do that.
Here's what I want to know personally. Rick, are you going to be doing that for demos in the shop?
No, man. You can hear my babies. Like, I'm not letting anything happen to my Costas.
Well, this text comes from John in Fullerton. He says, "Good morning, guys. I was late to the show this morning, but that demo of the key on the lenses sold me."
Yeah.
Question. He has a question. Were those polarized?
Yeah, all Costas are
Right.
polarized.
So
yeah, 100%.
So
Yeah.
you could do that. I mean, not that you want to do that.
Any glass Costa lens, you can do that demo.
Crazy,
dude.
right?
Polycarbonate, not so much.
That was the thing that, like,
You're
that
getting
was
sweaty palms
I know.
just reliving it.
It was no joke, and I didn't know that was coming either. But when you hear the, you hear the key scratch, like, dude, you crazy fool! What are you doing right now, man? That was rad. That was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
Well, hey, we're packed up. If you do want to get through, like Corey said, 833-288-0973. It's open right now. Let's jump back into those phones, Corey.
Let's do it, Rick. How about Brian? Brian calling from Wildemar. Good morning, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, good morning, guys. Ricky, you're going to have to make a short of that little segment of even taking the keys and scratching the glasses. You get 1 million hits on YouTube.
That was cool.
Dude.
What I noticed, I'm sitting here watching and listening, you can take the Costa logo right above Bob's head there and transpose it onto the Let's Talk Hookup logo right in the sunglasses eye.
It's right behind you, Bob. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Here I am.
Right? Exactly.
That'll
So
work.
funny.
That'll work. You
Yeah.
put a little Costa glasses on the little fish man there.
That's exactly it, Brian.
Bob, I wanted to know a sunglass lens that will just kind of take the glare away, kind of a rosy, just make colors pop and take the glare away, and but light.
Yeah.
Not for a super bright sunny day.
Right. The first lens that came into mind, and all of our Costa lenses are polarized, so that's gonna cut the glare. But if you want the colors to pop and enhance, like sight fishing, looking at, see what's out there, looking at things underwater, try our new gold mirror. It's right between the green mirror and the sunrise silver mirror as far as letting light in. But that gold mirror has a rose base, and the colors are going to be bright. They're going to pop. You're going to be able to sight fish with it, see all the signs out there that's going to allow you to catch more fish.
And you say side fishing, like, in green bass world, you think you're, spotting a fish and casting on the fish, like sight fishing.
Yeah.
But sight fishing in our, quote unquote fishing world.
You got to see the sign.
But you could be offshore and be looking for kelp patties, right?
Totally.
Like you're sight fishing, trying to find kelp patties.
Everything. Yeah,
everything.
A turnbird.
Dude,
a kelp, a log.
That's it. I mean, fishing the kelp inshore, you're looking for other signs too.
The signs, especially offshore, are so subtle. If you like just a one turn,
dude,
or
make a difference.
That one little kelp that you didn't see all day, and then the color pops and your eye catches it, and that'll make your day.
And that's the thing, Bob. Like 100 or 200 turnbirds offshore, anybody could see that, right?
Yeah,
And
one turnbird.
but it's that I mean, some of the most magical bites, and Rick, you could probably back it up, have been on 1 or 2 birds.
Sure.
That's it.
And
Like,
you never see all of them first. You see the first one first, and it's just sometimes it's just a flicker or a flash, or it's like, man, was that? And you turn the boat that direction, and you start getting closer, and then it comes in. There's a couple birds there, and then you get another quarter mile in. Oh my God, it's a beehive. It's on.
Exactly.
And there's your day's made.
Yeah,
and think about the time and honestly the financial investment that you made in a day of offshore fishing, the fuel you burn, the time for work,
crazy.
all the issues.
Yeah.
It's not cheap. And like, we find our fish with our eyes more than anything else, and until you have, an omni sonar clicking around, like we find our fish with our eyes more than anything else. And this is the best tool for
and
it.
Those different lens colors are going to make everything out there is going to pop. All the colors are going to pop and might make a difference of seeing something that you would not with a gray lens.
Everybody's looking for direction on which way to go, Hoose, and that's no stranger to our next text from Steve Monroe. He says, good morning, guys. I have a similar story, very similar to Ricky's. I was traveling to Texas and lost my favorite pair of Fantail Pros in Blue Mirror. Getting ready to replace them, and I'm looking for offshore fishing recommendations. Would you go Blue Mirror or Green Mirror? Love the show, from Steve in Monrovia.
I think I would stick with the Blue Mirror. I love my Blue Mirror offshore, and it's whether you're on a private boat, a sport boat, if you're offshore, that lens, that Blue Mirror is going to cut the glare. It's going to, you're going to see into the water. You're going to see the signs. And if you want something more versatile for inshore, offshore, go with the Green Mirror.
That's
a good way to put it.
I dig that one for sure. Well, why don't we jump into back into the phones?
Let's do it. How about Doug in Montebello? Good morning, Doug. Appreciate you joining us on Mother's Day.
Hey, Doug.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Is there a different lens that you would take offshore versus local inshore?
It's very versatile. Like you can wear any of our lens colors, inshore, offshore. It doesn't really make a difference. But if you really want to improve, your sight fishing, a lot of anglers will go with a Green Mirror for inshore. It's got that copper base, and it's gonna help you like look under the water, spot, see signs. If you're fishing offshore, you're not so much looking under the water, but on the water, and you're looking for turns and a single fin, a tailor. Some bluefin blowing up, a kelp patty. We see a lot of guys wearing Blue Mirror offshore. And if you want to split the difference, you want something that's going to work for both, all conditions, go with the Green Mirror.
That's a good call. You brought up something that you do better than most, and it's something that is a huge key, and that's sight fishing for marlin. When you are looking for a tailor, what shades are you in when you're specifically doing that?
Yeah, we
because again, you talk about eyeballs are king.
Yeah.
That's king.
Yeah, I like Blue Mirror for sight fishing, billfish. I'm not in the binoculars or the gyros. Driving the boat, looking for it. I like the Blue Mirror, and it allows your eyes to. It's going to cut the glare. You're going to see colors, but they're going to pop a little bit. And just, sometimes that just the tip of a fin of a striped marlin going down slow. It's so subtle, but that Blue Mirror will give it a little pop, a contrast pop. But if I have someone watching the pattern and the teasers, the squid chains, I want them in Green Mirror.
Okay.
Because they can look down under the water.
Yeah.
And see a fish coming up, and you're looking down into the water, where the Blue Mirror, I'm looking forward. I want to see above the water.
Yeah. And that's like myself, the Green Mirror inshore. I mean, whether it's at the lake or whether in the kelp.
We're going by a kelp line, and like, which way's the current land? And with that Green Mirror, Gold Mirror, Sunrise Silver Mirror, you can you can see underwater. Oh, it's going downhill.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go up top end.
But that Blue Mirror helps you with the contrast of
Blue
seeing
Mirror
the fins.
it's going to work. You're going to be able to see underwater. Blue Mirror, gray works just fine. But if you really want to enhance your underwater sight fishing, you want to go with that that lens that has a copper or a rose base, and that would be green, gold, sunrise.
I got you.
Yeah,
That's such
awesome,
great
man.
info,
Yeah,
man.
totally. That's killer.
Yeah.
That one thing with that Marlin fishing is like I always want one guy. We get so wrapped up into, we're big Baker Marine gyro afraid.
Yeah.
We're gyro guys, but like it's very important to have one guy just in a pair of Costas too, because you get so busy looking a mile away, and it's like, hey, there's one right there. Everybody's burning their eyeballs looking a half a mile onto the horizon, and like, hey, there's one getting ready to swim down the side of the boat. Like, you got to have a guy in a good pair of Costas that's looking close.
Bring a couple kids on the boat if you're marlin fishing. The young eyes, they see so much. I mean, you got a bunch of kids up on the bridge, they're like, Uncle Bob, what's that tail coming out? What the hell?
What's that stick sticking out of the water there? Oh my God, hang on.
And then, to keep them busy, stop on a kelp patty, let them catch some yellowtail or dorado or something, and then get back to work. But man, you get young eyes and a pair of Costas, you're going to have a good day.
That's a good call. Hey, this is a great text. Says, Bob, what's the difference between the mirrors and non-mirrors of lenses? As in what purpose do they serve? I love my gray lenses. I also love my copper. What is the purpose of the mirror?
So what the mirror does, it's going to block out more of the glare at a certain level. So a gray lens does not, of course, no mirror, and it's still going to cut the glare. But when you put a mirror film on that's inside the lens, it's going to cut it even more.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because I'm for the most part, I'm a gray lens based guy, but I like my silver mirror gray better than I like my regular gray.
It's going to cut the glare even more.
Interesting.
And the gray, it's a polarized lens, and the gray is going to do fine. But if you want to increase
crank the
cut
volume.
all the glare out, like HD TV, you put on a mirrored Costa lens and you're like, oh wow, it's even clearer.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
very interesting. I guess that's why we do Costas, right?
We have a lot of guys, like, they'll talk to me at the shows and they're like, yeah, I want to start with one pair of Costa, and I find out what they do. And if they're just like, they're on the beach, maybe they surf, they're on the sport boat, they just want a good pair of Costas, I tell them gray.
Yeah.
Start with gray. And then when you want to, increase your quiver, look at our different
then you start
mirror,
niching it out.
Mirror, gray, silver mirror. And then you get a little quiver going.
Yeah.
And then you're set. It's just like fishing rod.
And like I feel like I'm missing out. You two talking about the sunrise.
You're
mirror, right? I mean, seriously.
You really are.
Seriously.
We're gonna teach an old dog a new trick.
Dude, I'm always willing to learn, right?
Your sight bass fishing too, you're gonna trip at like what a difference that's gonna make. They're great.
Yeah, I can't wait. I have a good text here. It kind of relates to it all, and bought a pair of sunglasses yesterday. It comes from Cheer, and our Cheer here says, hi, Cory, Bob, and Rick. Finally purchased my first pair of Costas yesterday at the Dana event.
Oh, right.
Broadbill 580s he got.
Nice.
And with the blue mirror. Love them. What a great event. Cannot say enough about the personalized attention I received from your representatives at Costa.
Shout out to Eddie and Kyle.
Yeah,
they were
cool.
working the show.
Yeah, how cool is
yesterday.
that?
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
right?
awesome.
Comes from Cheer.
Yeah, it's cool. Good
Yeah.
job, Cheer.
I'm even thinking like that new Broadbill 2 with the adjustable hinges. I'm thinking I got to have a pair when I'm offshore just to see a Broadbill.
Yeah.
Right?
Broadbill 2, Broadbill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see 2 Broadbills.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
I
cool.
know it.
Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, that's cool. He went there and got his pair.
Yeah, I got to shower with him a while.
I
He
think
came
they
by
did a
and-
gift card too with a purchase.
Yeah, Steven did.
Yeah, they did. It was a good deal.
Dude, Steven, like yourself, Rick, and the boys at Fisherman's, I mean, when you do an event,
Do it right.
You
man.
do it
And
right.
Those guys do it
and
right. That Dana event is awesome.
Steve and Johnny, I mean, Johnny puts so much hard work into getting it done right. And hats off. Like we've already mentioned it, but Steve does so much involved with CCA, with Friends of Rollo on the
really
board,
good.
donates what he's got as far as property wise to the events, and all his time and energy
His
and
time,
money.
his money, his space, everything. Yep. Hats off to those guys that are doing it the right way.
Doesn't do it because he has to.
Yeah,
does
totally.
because he wants to. Yeah, like Bob. I mean, Bob donating all the events with Costa.
It's good for the community, and we're I mean, look at what we had today. The Bonito coming in.
Dude, bring it on, right?
Yeah, protect the fishery.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, get out and fish some of those Bonito. It's like an awesome fishery. Hey, we're going to be right back. We're going to find out who's won not only a Corbina Pro, but a King Tide pair of Costas when we return, not only on the Let's Talk Hookup app, but 97.3 The Fan, YouTube, and Facebook Live.
Power your boat with Norsk Lithium, the ultimate choice for marine adventures. Our batteries deliver unmatched starting, trolling, and electronics power, packed with cutting-edge technology like Deep Sleep to eliminate phantom draw. Built with rugged BCI-compliant cases, they're designed to handle the toughest conditions on the water. Stay in control with the Norsk Guardian app. Monitor performance, track battery health, and unlock advanced features right from your phone. Charge with confidence using Evotech onboard and DC-to-DC chargers for fast, efficient, and hassle-free power management. Designed for maximum compatibility, these chargers keep your entire system running at peak performance, so you're always ready for the next trip. With a 10-plus 2-year non-prorated warranty, you can trust your batteries to perform for years to come. Our industry-leading warranty ensures you get the most out of your investment. With dedicated customer support if you ever need it. Upgrade your marine power today. Set up your custom system at NorskLithium.com or visit Trolling Motor Doctor in Lakewood. Norsk Lithium. No matter where the adventure takes you, we've got you powered.
Take a closer look at the Ford Bronco and the Bronco Sport. You'll see adventure, discovery, and even a little mud. These 4x4s provide the muscle, tech, and durability to go anywhere. Get your ideal combination of power and capability to handle whatever comes your way. Whether it's taking something down to the launch ramp or going out in the desert, it's time to see Ford in a new light. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealers to check out the new Ford Bronco or Bronco Sport today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
This is Duke Ekstrom from the Royal Star. In 1983, a group of intrepid anglers envisioned crafting the best sunglasses on the water. It's true now as it was then. Costa's performance frames excel in the toughest of elements. These styles are packed with functional features that create a competitive advantage for any adventure on the water. From the lake to offshore, Costa's Performance Collection has a legacy of helping anglers stay on the water longer. Learn more at costadelmar.com.
Enter into spring with powerful deals on new Yamaha outboards during Yamaha's Ride the Wave sales event. Now through May 21st, 2025. Purchase a new eligible Yamaha 450 to 30 horsepower outboard and get up to 7 years of warranty protection. Looking for a lower horsepower? Yamaha's got you covered. Purchase a new Yamaha 25 to 2.5 horsepower outboard and receive up to $500 in dealer credit. That's up to 7 years of warranty protection or up to $500 in dealer credit. Visit your local Yamaha dealer today. Yamaha, reliability starts here. Offer ends May 21st, 2025. Subject to change. Other restrictions and conditions apply. Select models excluded. 24-month Yamaha extended service added to 36 or 60-month factory limited warranty. Choice offered to Florida residents is a 24-month Yamaha limited warranty for select motors. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealers for details. Cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
This is Rock Cod Rick for Adventure and Camping, where they bring the adventure to you. If you enjoy camping in the Eastern Sierra but don't own an RV or a trailer or simply don't want the hassle, let Adventure and Camping park it for you. Check out their website, adventureandcamping.com. Select from over 75 campgrounds they serve. Decide on a trailer floor plan that fits your needs. Request a quote for your desired vacation dates. Then just show up and start your adventure. Adventure and Camping makes it so simple. They deliver the trailer to your spot and you enjoy a clean, spacious trailer. When it comes time to go home, just close the door and drive away. It doesn't get any easier. If you enjoy camping in the Eastern Sierra but don't want the hassle, Adventure and Camping is for you. Check out adventureandcamping.com for details. Make sure you mention that Rock Cod Rick sent you for a special price. adventureandcamping.com.
All right. Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. And what a fun show today was. Hey, we've got two winners today.
Yeah, man. I miss flipping the coin. This was cool.
But they're both named Tom.
Yeah.
Tom from Palmdale. And we'll let Pete figure out who gets the Corbina Pro or the King Tide. But Tom in Palmdale and Tom in San Diego.
Congratulations, you guys. That's
Yeah.
awesome. You were so stoked. The best shades on the water, no doubt about it. Who's can't begin to thank you enough for coming. Fun show, tons of information. If somebody wants a pair of Costas, what's the deal? How do we do it?
CostaDelMar.com. You can check us out online. And when you're ready to talk to the boys, any of the shops from Santa Barbara to San Diego, fish, surf, dive. If you're down San Diego, right here at Fisherman's Landing.
Yeah.
And happy Mother's Day to all the ladies out there. I hope you're getting plenty of flowers, food, and fishing in today. And wow, that was entertaining. We
Well
had a great
said.
time.
That was awesome, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we sure appreciate you, and we appreciate you listening. A great time. A big thanks to Jeff, and a big thanks to Adam for keeping us on the air. George as well. We had a great time. And hey, next week we got another couple of great shows. Next Saturday, Bodan, Matt Bralla, and Brandon Bono from Two Fish Jigs going to be in here talking lures. And next Sunday, really excited, Chris Yamada and John from CalStar Rods going to be joining us. It's going to be a couple of great shows. We'll look forward to talking to you then next Saturday and Sunday. It's Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California sport fishing voice on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
KWFN and KWFN HD1 San Diego.
This is Alec Jacob.
And Cave out in front, swings and misses, strike 3.
Padres play here.